Well, hey there, it's Elka.
And Jen.
And today we are talking about a topic that's near and dear to our hearts because we are Zazzle expansion experts and we are constantly finding new ways and keep talking about the ways that work for you to make money on the Zazzle platform. If you don't know what Zazzle is, it's an online platform where customers can buy things. But for you, as someone who wants to make money online as a side hustle, you can use it as a way to make money online using something called print on demand. And, when most people think, oh, I'm going to make money online, I'm going to use print on demand, they start with Etsy for some reason because Etsy is more known. But they forget that Etsy is one piece of the puzzle, right? Then they have to go find something else to make the products. You've got to do like drive traffic to your Etsy store, so many different variables. And we have a ton of people who have been on Etsy but don't want to be on Etsy anymore. And they come to us and they go like, I can see that Zazzle is so much better and help me figure this out so I can be on Zazzle and not have so many headaches and sell more. And so we've been becoming very good at helping people transition from Etsy to Zazzle. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that when you get to Zazzle and the people that are new and coming off of Etsy and doing, Zazzle with our coaching, they right away do really well because we coach them on everything that they need. Whereas some people who have been on Zazzle for a while and who are considered like a hobby, right? Because if you're not making over $100,000 in payout from Zazzle, then basically you're doing a hobby because all the work you're putting in there isn't actually generating the money back. And we're all about profitability and making sure that whenever we teach our clients and our students that they make profit and it's not just a hobby where they're not making at least a couple of thousand, like $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And if that resonates with you and you go like, wait a minute, I've been working on Zazzle for years and I'm making money, but then I'm like not making enough money to even consider it a business. And then on top of everything else, in the last year and a half, while they've gone through all these changes, I'm actually losing money like half, 50% or more. And then if that's the case, then this is for you. And if you're absolutely brand new, don't get scared because we have the training. You're all set to go. And so let's talk about the topic here that even though you're coming on to Zazzle and you're excited and you're new, and you all of a sudden hear us talk about all these other people who've been on Zazzle but are losing money like that they used to get on the Zazzle platform. It's because they're not doing the things that Zazzle's asking us to do now. Whereas the people who are coming on are just doing it because that's part of what you have to do to go on to Zazzle. Whereas on the people that have been on Zazzle for years, like ourselves, we've been on the platform since 2008, and we've had to go through a lot of changes. And every single time that Zazzle makes a change, it's actually for the better. It's always increased our income and our revenue and our earnings, and it's made the site better. It's very competitive. It's been around the longest, almost pretty much compared to other print on demand sites. And the people who are resistant to the change and who don't just go like, yeah, this is going to be better for me, are the ones who are losing the money. And they're not paying attention. They're actually like, I'm not going to make the change because I'm tired. I don't want to do the change. I don't want to come with, go along with the program. And so unfortunately, that's why you're losing the money. And this is really a mindset thing, and it's an attitude thing, because it is easy to do the things that Zazzle's asking us to do, and those things are actually the things that our best clients are using to make the most money with. So some of our clients are making $15,000 to $20,000 in profit every single month, and they're implementing all the things that Zazzle has implemented, like cover photos and collections and all the new things that they're asking us to do in terms of even making videos. And those things are helping them sell more and sell more, just sell more in general and increase their income to double or triple than what they were making in 2023 and 2024. Whereas some of, especially if you go into the Zazzle forum, you go like, well, what is happening here? It seems like doomsday. And unfortunately, those people that are feeling that hurt are not implementing the new changes properly. Because you might even say, well, I am doing cover photos for my products, and I am doing cover photos for my collections, and I am putting my products into collections. But if you're not doing it strategically, and you're not doing it in a way that actually helps the customer decide, yes, I want to buy this product, then unfortunately you're just doing a lot of work. And that makes it even worse, because what I was talking about earlier, where you're going to add more and more hours to do all this work. And if you're not profitable, then it's a hobby, right? And so we don't want you to be in a hobby state. We want you to make money and also work very little hours per month. We actually get our students to work somewhere, we say 20 hours. Some of our students work even less, because they've got it all set up. They've got a system in place. They know exactly what they need to do in order to do the collections properly, do the cover photos properly for their products, and they know what to make in the first place, which is our training, which we talk about a lot with intentional products. So you're never wasting your time. And because of that, that trifecta of making the right products, labeling them so people can find them, and then actually leveraging them so that online, when you can't even talk to this customer, you can sell to them through using cover photos for the products and collections to help cross sell. You have like this incredible, powerful tool to sell a ton on the platform. That's my soapbox speech. Let's get into some of the details. If that didn't excite you, then I don't know what will. And if you've already decided, oh, I don't want to listen to this, that's fine. But we know what we're talking about. Some of our clients have increased their sales from like $100,000 in lifetime earnings to over $200,000 additional earnings in 1 year. And so, let us help you. And yes, and collectively, our clients we've helped them make over 80 million in sales since we started coaching. And then in the last 8 months, they've sold another 80 million. So we're up to 160 million in total lifetime sales from the clients that we know about. And we actually only know about 50% of our clients. And because of that, we know for a fact that we can be so bold and just say, hey, let's just get with the program. Let's get you that training that you need so that you can be incredibly effective at using these tools that Zazzle's given us, so that we can market the heck out of everything and start printing money, because that's what our clients do, our top sellers. They're really just like, they're so confident because they have all that training. They're also excited because all they have to do is do the work effectively and efficiently, and then they will get the profit, which is in the tens of thousands of dollars per month, which is awesome. Okay, so do you have anything to say to that, or are we just done? What you need to do is basically, we can't do this on a 5-minute video, but we can tell you that that's the case. It's the truth. It's not, we can't make any income claims about you, but you get us into, you come into one of our coaching programs, or our one-on-one coaching client program, or our masterminds, and you will get that tenacity. You will get that desire and drive that we have to get you to succeed. And we will also call you out if you're either goofing around, or you're not listening, and that's really important, because you're here to make money, right? You're not like those people that are sitting there going well, I tried Zazzle, but it's, you can't expect much, and all this, it takes a lot of work, and I don't know if I feel like doing as much work, or this market is saturated. And those people that are talking about making all that money, they started years ago. Absolutely not true. All false. All false. And I think that's really the important part, is that if you want to run a business, this is an incredible business model. The Zazzle marketplace is undersaturated, and it is incredibly opportunistic at this point in time for you to get in on the platform and just deliver really good quality products, right? Some of the things that we've noticed, especially the people that aren't making money, they just don't feel like, they're not even acting professionally. They're not even thinking about what they should deliver. They're just putting up a certain amount of stuff, and they go well, I put some products up. And unfortunately, those just aren't going to cut it. it's a competitive market for sure, but so is competitiveness everywhere, right? So you don't, it's not that you can just put anything up like AI generated images just because you told ChatGPT to do something, or also even like clip art or whatever. You have to have the 5 strategies in place, which we always talk about. And the first of that is define what niche you want to target, right? If you want to sell coffee, you're going to sell coffee. If you want to sell clothes, you're going to sell clothes. What are you going to sell first, right? And after that, the most important thing is understanding how can you sell X on the Zazzle marketplace, right? How are you going to deliver? How are you going to compete? Who are you going to serve? And it's just a decision, right? There's no wrong decision. The part where people think that they're going to fail is when they choose those things so they don't. And instead they just go like, we're going to put a whole bunch of products up and see what happens. And then they go like, oh, Zazzle doesn't work. But it's the other way around. The sooner you make decisions, the sooner you say, I'm going to do the things that Zazzle asked me to do, collections, cover photos, and I'm going to target a market and I'm going to deliver to that market so that like it's, you have to also look at it and go like, well, who would pay for that if it's not very good? They're not going to pay a lot of money, and Zazzle's not cheap, right? It's actually a really nice service for you where you can customize things and basically manufacture your own product. That comes at a price, and people are very much willing to pay for that price, but you have to be in that mindset that, okay, that means I have to deliver to those people who are willing to pay that money. And so all of that combined is going to really help you keep that mindset focused. And if you made like if all of your sales went down over the last year, like then there's a reason, right? That's strategy number 5, analyzing your as what's going on. And once you realize what's going on, then you get to realize A, I actually dropped the ball, or B, there's more competition, so I just need to step up, but I've already had that sale before, I can get it back, right? And all of these things are easily taken care of if you have people like ourselves in your back pocket coaching you, giving you the advice, giving you the strategies. And I'm so excited about that because every time a lot of our clients actually they go like just do what Elka and Jen say because it works. And I think that, I mean, I don't really want to like say, we're gods, but what we really want to say is, hey, if you want this to work, we are here open and willing to help you. And that's really important because that doesn't happen too often in any sort of coaching space, let alone on the Zazzle platform. So I just wanted to get that out there because it's so heartbreaking to see people who are expecting a certain income, but then are not acting in a professional way to continue to manage their business properly. And then they lose that. And then they realize, well, that was actually by chance that they made that money earlier. But it doesn't mean you can't get it back. And it doesn't mean that you can't even make more. It just means that, hey, you got a taste of what it was like. Well, let's actually set up a proper business now so that you get that consistently without having to worry about a change that's going to happen.
Yes. Very true.
Can you tell I'm a little bit excited about this? I want people to succeed.
It's very true. Well, and then that being said, we do have a free masterclass that you can join. We have the link in the description of this video that you can register for free. And we are hosting one even tomorrow, but all throughout the next week and a bit. You can click the link that is there in the description of this video. And then, as I said, join for free. And we will be covering our free masterclass, which is called How to Amplify Your Zazzle Sales in 1 Month. And we highly encourage that you come. If you have not been part of one of our masterclasses previously, if you have maybe even been part of our community for a long time because you've been watching us here on YouTube, but this is available for you. And it is such an amazing opportunity for you to learn what the 5 strategies are and how they are so important and what the importance is of them and why you need to have them in your store for success. Okay. Because a lot of people, like Alka mentioned, is $1 million in sales, which equals $100,000 more or less in earnings. If you're not making that, then it's considered a hobby. And that shocks people sometimes because they're like, wow, I'm on Zazzle and I'm only making making a couple $100s. Well, the reason why you're on Zazzle is because at one point in time of your life, you wanted or do want Zazzle to be part of your financial stability, right? And a couple $100s a month is not going to help pay the bills. And so this is where Elke and I come in as business coaches, and we're not just creatives, and we're not just, saying, oh, it's okay, whatever you make is okay. And so that's not it. We're hardcore business coaches where we want people to succeed because we know that prices are rising for groceries, for gas, for mortgage, for all of those things. And life is getting expensive. And so if you're in it, then you're in it, right? And if you're just kind of on Zazzle playing around and hoping to see if things will work, then this is your wake-up call, because hoping and fingers crossed and like, oh, I'm just going to post these little cute graphics for sale and see what happens, that's not going to get you anywhere, unfortunately. And so that's where Elke and I come in, and we're really we're passionate about that, is what Elke is getting at for sure.
Well, we just recently did we did another live stream today with the free masterclass, and what was interesting was there was one person that was on that basically said, "Oh, thanks. I want a free assessment of my store to see if I'm on the right track," and it's actually not the thing you should be asking about. You should be asking, like, what is it that I'm currently not doing that is like, because I'm not getting the results, right? If you're not getting results right now, then me looking at your store to see if you're on the right track isn't going to help because it's already not working, right? And then we got a little bit more into the discussion, and it was like, well, I can't afford even your special pricing now for our starter kit. And I go like, okay, well, that's $497. And unfortunately, if you don't even have that as a reserve somewhere in your pocket to invest in making a business viable for you, then unfortunately you've got to try something other than Zazzle to start, because Zazzle is a long-term game, and you do not make that much money that we talk about right off the bat. And so you should actually not be on the Zazzle platform. Zazzle is one of these really great platforms where, like Jen and I, we still sell things that we made in 2010. And that's because we set our business up correctly. But we started in 2007, and we made $90 in our first year. We learned the hard way, and we didn't have people like Jen and Elke to go like, you need some training here. And instead it's like, we had to figure out like $90 isn't a lot for all the time we put in. We better figure this out. And because we said we want to make Zazzle work, then we put the time and effort in. We actually paid for business coaches to teach us how to do business. And then luckily, I actually know a lot about, like, I'm very adaptable to things. So I adapted the business training to the Zazzle platform specifically. And that's what we teach now. And basically step by step, you don't have to think, you just have to do as soon as you get into our Profit by Design Academy, and just follow the steps. In fact, it's worse if you think about it and you decide you're going to try this from this part, or you can try that from that part. You're actually going to get yourself into trouble instead of being just follow the steps, do what you need to do, and all of a sudden you'll start to see all the pieces that you actually need to take and put into place, and then also start to see some results, because that's what happens when people actually implement our training properly.
Yeah. Yes, very true. Well, thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you click the link in the description of this video to join our free masterclass, and we will see you there. All right. Bye.
See you later.